Hi everyone, Matt, CEO of Inception Labs, and today I'm going to talk about what might seem like a little bit of a weird stack at first, our fat burner with our non-stim pump, but it's actually a really popular combination with a lot of our customers. It's not much different to pairing ether with Valor, which is by far the more common combination. It just helps to support slightly different goals. So when you look at fat burners and pre's, so 1510 versus Valor, there's often not a lot of difference between them. All you're doing is they've both got stimulants, so they're both looking at accelerating energy levels. They'll both have often some form of cellular support in there, but where they differ is that pre-workouts focus on pump, so they'll have vasodilation, nitric oxide accelerating ingredients in them, and the fat burners focus more on fat metabolization, so they don't have pump ingredients, they have fat metabolizers. So when you look at these two products, why would you pair them together? Well, when you look at a fat burner, you're getting fat metabolization, you're getting the energy to train, but the one thing you're lacking is you don't have a pump formula in there. So if your goal is that you're in the gym to lose weight, but you're doing it through resistance training and you still want to get a good pump, because that's one of the reasons a lot of us go to the gym in the first place, stacking an ether with 1510 actually puts all of those pump ingredients in which you're lacking from a fat burner. So it becomes a fully comprehensive fat burning, energy stimulating pump pre-workout combination. So it's actually a really good way to basically get the best of all worlds by combining these two products. One thing that's interesting with 1510 is it actually gives a longer, more sustained energy release than Valor. Because it's a fat burner, it's designed to accelerate your metabolism over a 10 to 12 hour window, whereas Valor as a pre-workout is more like a 6-hour release. So Valor is a quick ramp up, and then we use adaptogens to slowly ramp down the adrenal curve. Whereas with 1510, we lift it up fast, but then it's a much longer sustained curve out. And so if you're the sort of person who's looking to train for a longer period, if you're more of an endurance trainer and you do want stimulants, stacking in the 1510 with ether can be actually a really good way to go. When you look at, oh my god, I lost it at that last end. But
No, it's all right. That's all right. What was the last point?
Last point was where I was talking about the curve out of the stimulant.
Yep. So just
Yeah, that'll work. Yep. Do you want me to say that last bit?
come back. So don't stop where you stopped, like messed up. Come back, and from that last pause point, if you can remember,
Yep.
rewind it, and we'll just chop it at that rewind point. Because I can't chop it once. You're like, oh, and then
Yeah.
rewind it back to that last point.
Yeah. No, that'll work. So I'd have to start from basically where I'm talking about the sustained release, where I say one interesting point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So another interesting thing about 1510 when you compare it to Valor is that it's actually a more sustained caffeine release, or a more sustained energy release, because as 1510 is a fat burner, we're looking at having an energy release and a metabolic acceleration over a 10 to 12 hour period. So it lifts you up really quickly for your cardio, but then we're looking to keep the metabolic rate increased throughout the day. So it's a much longer curve out with 1510. Valor is more of a quick pickup, and then we release around 5 to 6 hours. With Valor, the only concern is looking after the adrenal system through the adaptogens. With 1510, we're more concerned about sustained energy. So if you're doing longer training sessions, if you're doing more endurance-based sports, and you do want stimulant in there, 1510 can be a great way to go. People often find as well that 1510 gives them a little bit more focus because it has a more comprehensive nootropic profile when compared to Valor. Now finally, what's really important with these is they're completely complementary formulas. You don't get an overlap of ingredients in these two formulas, so you're not wasting ingredients. They were designed to synergistically work together like all of the Inception Labs products were. The only two products in our range that if you took them at the same time, which you'd have no logical reason to, would be Transcend and Ascension, where you're doubling up on ingredients. All of our other products are designed to be stacked together without wasted ingredients. So with 15, 10 and ether, when you stack those together, you're not going to be wasting any ingredients. Everything's in there for a purpose and everything's clinically dosed. I hope you found this video useful.